It's on. Thank you so much for being here. This truly has been an incredible journey for me, professionally and personally. I think very, very rarely in life does one get the opportunity, such a rare opportunity, to combine personal passions, personal love into a real professional experience. And I would keep saying every day that, you know, this is unbelievable. I can't believe I'm getting paid to do this job. Because this doesn't feel like work at all. It just felt like such a gift to be able to travel the course of this lifeline. And like I've said, when Shrikant, who just spoke, the very, very timid human being, where is he?
He's at the back.
Did you hear him? Did any of you hear what he said? I want to know. So this very mild-natured, warm individual came to my office a little over 6 months ago, and he said, you know, we're very keen for you to take people through this narrative, this journey. And when I saw the concept, I was blown away, and I said, oh my God, this is exactly what I've been waiting for. Because I think the beautiful thing about television is that it actually gives the audience the opportunity to see the real person. You know, as film personalities, we get to play many parts, but I think this was this great chance to just be me and go through this incredible journey, being myself, and of course doing all the things that I love to do. So I looked at Shrikant and I said, you've come to me with just the thing that I've been waiting for. This is after saying no to a lot of reality shows and the typical formats that television usually approaches actors with. And I'm really, really, really proud of this experience and this show, and I can't wait for the 1st of May, and I can't wait for all of you to become a part of this journey and witness the Ganga like we have, meet all the incredible people who we met along the way. But more than anything else, I just want you to feel envy, and I want you to make your own journey, find your own roadmap that you want to discover, because the beauty of slow travel is that it gives you an experience for what one should truly be: intimate, personal, warm, and enriching.
You know, Diya, actually everyone over here just saw a little sneak peek, and we saw the trailer.
Yes.
And there was a huge round of applause, and you could see the smiles on everyone's faces because
Happiness is contagious.
But it was also a very raw, unadulterated version of you that we got to see, where you're literally experiencing so many different things. And I'm sure this will be one of the questions that might come in the Q&A when we open it a little later. But I wanted to ask you this because after I saw it, I was like, I need to ask her this. Of all the experiences, would it be fair for me to ask you maybe one which was extremely touching for you?
Oh God.
I know. It looked like you had so many of them, and it would be so unfair for me to put you in that little spot. But
no, but you know, if so many moments, laughter and tears and love and warmth and all of that. But I think if I had to reflect back at this journey now in retrospect and look back at what has been the most lasting moment for me, an impression, I would say that moment I had at the source of the river. That purity, that clarity of the water, that peace and that sense of belonging, that I am a part of this and this is a part of me, and this is for us. You know, when you hear Bhagirathi's story, King Bhagirathi, who did tapasya for 4,500 years, you know, the Pandit was standing there in -7 degrees centigrade, doing an aarti, Ganga aarti with me at Gangotri. And I was looking at that water and I was thinking, it took him 4,500 years of tapasya to convince Ma Ganga to descend on earth. And I'm thinking to myself, how badly had we messed up then that she had banished us and gone away. And it took that much time for her to be convinced to come back to us. And then as you travel the course of the river, go deeper and lower, and then humanity kind of takes over.
Yeah.
And you see the dichotomy of the situation, where at one level there are such incredible human beings making such amazing change and doing such brilliant things along the course.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there are those who are disrespecting her and doing what they are to her.
It's not just about the adventure and the being on the mountains and the trekking. It
The
really,
thrill of being
the
in
thrill,
nature.
of course, that thrill, and you know, that adrenaline rush that someone gets with things that we saw you experience. It almost seems like it was also a very big spiritual journey for you.
It was. I think that's what nature does. It compels you to go inward. It compels you. I mean, there is no form, no greater meditation than being in a natural environment. To be amidst mountains, and especially if they are the Himalayas, as magnificent as the Himalayas are, and the Ganga. So, yes, it was a spiritual, deeply spiritual and inward journey for me, just as much as it was a very physical, and very challenging and threatening also at times. We had nosebleeds. Yeah, they were
Because it was so
because
cold.
it was so cold.
Yeah.
I had never known that you could bleed in the nose because of cold, but so crazy things have happened.
Okay, I'm going to actually stop asking the questions, because otherwise this conversation, I think, can go on for a very long time, and there will be a lot of questions that will come from our members of the press as well. It's really about these journeys, about collecting memories, and what we've also done is that we've taken it one step further, and we've taken those memories and we've made a coffee table book out of that. And each and every one of you sitting in the audience over here, you all are the very select few that will get to see this coffee table book for the very first time. It's going to be so exciting to take a look at that, because, I mean, what we just saw on the screen and seeing that translated into these pictures is going to be absolutely beautiful. So may I request to join us onto this stage for the unveiling of this coffee table book. Once again, may I please request Mr. Piyush Sharma and Mr. Amit Nath. Thank you.